Season 3, Race 1. We had a glitch with the lobby, but finally we are back with a custom grid. No rain for this race, it's only dry. Oh, and Les has been disqualified from the formation lap. So out of the top 10 we have Gustavo on the hard tires, Tuntu on the medium tires, Libricomber on the medium tires too. But Joseph Besley of the top 10 shouldn't be on the mediums. He qualified on softs. It's a restart, so that's definitely going to be a penalty for starting the race on the incorrect tires. Very unfortunate. Lights out and away we go. It's still not starting. There it goes. Race starts. I think Virtuoso didn't get a very good start. Already dropping to P6. Maybe a glitch with his game, but well, Lessa takes the lead, keeps the lead. Oh, and there's a big accident there. Very big accident. Virtuoso now survives the accident into P1, but well, that was a very crazy start. And we have a spin there from the Aston Martin of Joseph Besley. A bit of a weird start of the race. Don't really know what happened, but well, Virtuoso is leading now. Second follows Lessa, then goes Gianni on P3. A bit of a weird start going on there. Hope not big damage was done. It's Joseph Besley now in the wall, but he's recovered into the track. Apart from having to pit because of the having started in the incorrect tires. But well, safety car could happen at any moment too, so let's not discard any chances, so just keep going for it. Virtuoso now leads the race. It was a very weird start because Virtuoso lost the lead, but then took it again as P1 already, and well, Slippery Cucumber started on the medium tires already on P6. So well, that's an interesting one. Cucumber, as always, demonstrated to be the fastest on last season. Well, there's a glitch with time in there. It says that Lesat is 1 minute and 9 seconds behind Virtuoso. That's not true. He's only some tenths behind Virtuoso. Virtuoso has taken the lead on the start of this race. Slippery Cucumber is already trying to attack Bialo. And well, there is the stop of Joseph Vesely, who has changed into the soft tires. Into the correct tire. That's definitely not gonna count as his official pit stop, his mandatory pit stop, but still, even if he wanted, he's unable to finish the race on those soft tires, so he's definitely going to have to stop again by any of the two reasons. And we have a yellow flag. It's been Blood Gustavo spinning there, now gonna recover into the track. Lesat says the fastest lap of the race, trying to attack Virtuoso for that P1. We have a very interesting battle for the lead here. Slippery Cucumber is also on the attack of Bialo. Bialo's teammate Secret Dundee just in front, and Lesat's now getting a move down on Virtuoso. He's gonna go by the inside. It's gonna be enough or not, leaving enough room to each other. But Lesat has recovered the lead that he lost. Very close there, but enough room. Virtuoso backs off there, and well, lets the space for Lesat. Lesat retakes the lead. This is going to allow Janet to catch back with the two of them. Not really sure. 1.1 second behind Lesat and Virtuoso. Virtuoso's dropped a lot in that part of the track for some reason. Not sure if maybe he has some damage, but he's already 1 second behind Lesat. DRS enabled for Virtuoso. Janet didn't catch DRS. Secret Dundee is at Janet's DRS now, and well, Bialo now defending from Slippery Cucumber, who's on the medium tires just behind him. So battle for the lead now between Lesat and Virtuoso. Lesat with more ERS now than Virtuoso has. None of them using the overtake mode. Well, we had a very weird start of the race. Now Lesat is leading, followed by Virtuoso on second place. Then comes Jane. P3 has already dropped 1.2 seconds behind the two leaders. Virtuoso is going to be able to enable the DRS again, but probably not gonna go for the move as it's useless now. Probably should be thinking of an undercut later on the race. It's just gonna waste both drivers' time if they try to attack each other. Lesat did a great move to retake the lead. We'll see now how the race turns. Now 9 tenths of a gap. Virtuoso now using his overtake. He needs to use it to not lose that DRS with Lesat. We have a battle here between the AlphaTauri drivers. This is also making Slippery Cucumber lose time. He is 3 tenths behind Bialo. Blood Gustavo gets the first penalty of the race, a 3-second time penalty. We're on board now with Joseph Vesely, who had to pit on lap 1 to change his tires to the correct ones. Now on this lift rim off, Judah Gomo gets the move done, but that's definitely what should happen because Judah Gomo is on the hard. Judah Gomo tries to fight back, but unable to do it. Now Lesat has pulled away 1.3 seconds in front of Virtuoso, 1.5 now. Virtuoso is dropping the pace. And well, Lesat managing very greatly the race on his first ever race on IOR. We are now on board with Thales, who is attacking Danger Times for P8 of the race. Got a very unfortunate start, the two of them who started P4 and P3 and P4. The two of them now dropping to P8 and P9 because of the accident that happened at the start. Still, we know that anything can happen, and Slippery Cucumber, we're going on board with him. He's been unable to overtake anyone yet. The gap between Lesat and Virtuoso keeps growing into a 1.8 gap, now 1.9. Lesat going very fast there on this first part of the race. Also, Virtuoso's gap to Jane is also growing, a 2.6 gap. We're now on board with Secret Dundee, who's trying to attack Jane for P3 of the race. Jane doesn't have much ERS. Secret Dundee has more ERS than Jane has, but still Jane has demonstrated in all the recent seasons that he's a very difficult driver to overtake, so I definitely don't see him losing that place into Secret Dundee so easily. Dundee's gonna have to fight to get that overtake done into P3, and well, fighting for his first podium in IOR. Virtuoso keeps losing time to Lesat. I think the loss of time is on Sector 2 and Sector 3. Exactly on this exit of the corner. Sector 1 looks to be okay. It's getting very difficult to get close into Jane. Now Bialo is trying to attack his own teammate, but well, let's see. Well, by the outside goes Secret Dundee. He's trying to get the move done. Fight hard for that move. Gets the move done. Secret Dundee is up into P3. But now Jane is going to have DRS or not. Yes, he will. Jane is having DRS again. Then we have battle now between Slippery Cucumber and Bialo. Slippery Cucumber down the inside. Bialo is going to defend by the outside. But I think Cucumber get a better exit of that corner, and yes, he has. Slippery Cucumber is up into P5 of the race now, got the move done, and Jane has recovered his place. Oh, and Slippery Cucumber sends a massive dive bomb, and well, overtakes two cars in one corner. Well, that was a great move by Cucumber, but very aggressive too. Now Bialo's trying the same on Jane. Got a very aggressive race in there. Jane dropped into P6, not really sure if there was any damage, I think not. But well, that was a very brave move by Slippery Cucumber there, and that worked perfectly for him. Now, on the medium tire, should be able to extend that gap between him and Secret Dundee. So Secret Dundee now has a driver in front of him, but that's Slippery Cucumber, not Jane anymore. And well, let's see how this race will change now that Cucumber has been able to get through. Secret Dundee doesn't seem to lose the pace against him. And in the lead of the race, Lesat already 3.1 seconds in front of Virtuoso. He's built a very big gap in the last laps of this race. And well, Slippery Cucumber unable to pull away from Dundee at the moment. We have a very big train of cars here. Now Danger Times has been able to overtake Stanley. Now Thales also going to look for getting an overtake done on Stanley. And well, now Slippery Cucumber almost pulls away 1 second in front of Dundee, but looks not going to be possible, or it is 1 second exactly now. Yeah, I think Dundee won't have DRS anymore with Slippery Cucumber. No, he won't. Bialo does have DRS with his teammate, and now is going to go by the outside. Battle between the AlphaTauri and Jane into the pit lane. Jane is going for an undercut now. Jane wants the undercut. Jane changed 4 subs. This able to go to the end of the race on those tires. Not really sure if he managed those tires. Maybe, but it's gonna be difficult at least. Now let's see the reaction of the AlphaTauri team. They are not gonna be able to pit at the same moment. Lap 10 of the race, Lesat leading by 3.6 seconds in front of Virtuoso. Now Slippery Cucumber 4 seconds behind Virtuoso. Trying to close that gap for sure. Bialo still trying to catch Slippery Cucumber's DRS. And Dundee still keeping the DRS with Bialo. Jane, we'll have to take a look at him. And well, Thales now gets the overtake down on Stanley. Jane is definitely gonna be in front, I think, when Bialo and Dundee pit, as he's on the fresher tires. Gap between Jane and the leader is of 28 seconds. So gap between him and Slippery Cucumber should be around 21 seconds or 20 seconds. So it's gonna be an interesting exit of the pit lane. Probably it's gonna jump Bialo and Dundee anyway, but Cucumber is gonna be an interesting one. We're still not sure when Cucumber is planning to pit. Now has shortened the gap into 3.5 with Virtuoso. Virtuoso keeps losing time into Lesat, who's now having a very comfortable lead at the front of this race. Slippery Cucumber keeps shortening that gap 3.2 seconds. .0 seconds, now only 3 seconds behind Virtuoso and 7 seconds behind the lead of the race. Leader on softs, Cucumber on mediums. Will the champion be able to manage to win this race even having started last? Gap keeps being reduced between Cucumber and Virtuoso, 2.8 seconds now, 2.9, but it's getting closer. Well, Virtuoso's been saving a lot of ERS on these last laps. He now has way more energy than leader Lesat has. Slippery Cucumber doesn't have any ERS now, so even if he catches Virtuoso, it's gonna be difficult for him to overtake. Oh, Thales gets a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane, but well, let's see what tires he's gonna be on. Going for the stop, change for hards and change wing too. Oh, we have a yellow flag. It's Gustavo spins the same part as he spinned on the first laps of the race. Off the track, but rejoins quickly, and this is gonna allow Vesely to win a place. So where is Thales going to come out on the hard tires? 10 seconds behind Jane. Jane still probably will have to stop again. So well, we are definitely not sure of which drivers got wing damage for the accident on lap 1, but well, Thales was one of them. We could see now that he has replaced that front wing. Now Bialo is into the pit lane. Let's see if he had any damage of that first lap accident. Bialo is not gonna replace wing, so no damage for Bialo. He should come out behind Jan, and he's on the hards, definitely going to the end of the race. Exit in the pit lane. Is he gonna be in front? Is he gonna be behind? Jan is already through. No, he's not. He's gonna be very close. Bialo 7/10 only behind Jan, even staying out some more laps. Now has fresher tires, but slower compound of those. Slippery Cucumber, now the gap's being reduced into 1.8 between him and Virtuoso. Virtuoso now has used a bit more of his ERS and well, hasn't lost any more time. We have an accident here. It's Judah Gomo An accident on Sector 1. Tune to now pit. Let's check if he got any damage, as it's more difficult to see damage on this game than on the previous one. Well, now into doing his stop, and they didn't have any damage. He's changed into soft tires. Definitely going for one more stop. Thales gets the place because of tune to stop. Well, then we have now a battle for P2 of the race. Slippery Cucumber already 1.3 seconds behind Virtuoso. Virtuoso with more ERS than Cucumber does. None of our leaders have decided to pit yet. We have a yellow flag. It's the AlphaTauri of Bialo. Bialo did a spin there, but looks no damage. Well, we don't know really. But now Secret Dundee, Danger Times, both into the pit. Have to check with Thales, which was their rival for position. Bialo's gonna be... No, Thales is going to be just... Both of them come in front, Secret Dundee and Danger Time, the two of them in front of Thales. Yeah, we remember that he had to replace the front wing. Well, and now we have the battles. Virtuoso, less at pits. Virtuoso also pits, the two of them, and Slippery Cucumber stays out to take the lead of the race. Well, let's see if any of these two got any wing damage because of lap 1 accident. Lessa didn't. Virtuoso didn't too. And now the gap with Slippery Cucumber is going to be 13.8 seconds. 14 seconds between Lesat and Slippery Cucumber, who is on the medium tire, but Cucumber is gonna fly on that last stint. It's an open battle for the win between Lesat and Slippery Cucumber. If Virtuoso can't do anything more to close that 4-second gap he has now. Well, the gap starts to shorten between Lesat and Slippery Cucumber. Is at 12.8 seconds now, and the gap between Lesat and Virtuoso keeps extending now, 4.3 seconds. And we have also an interesting battle for P4 of the race. Dundee on fresher tires than Jane is closing the gap. 6-lap fresher tires. .6, the gap between Lesat and Slippery Cucumber. Not really sure it's gonna be enough time for Cucumber to recover that when he pits on the softs. But if he starts to fly, could well be. Still we have an open battle for the win of this race between these two drivers. And we have this battle for P4 of the race between Secret Dundee and Jane. Secret Dundee already on DRS range. Danger Time is also closing the gap. And we have a battle also here between Bialo and Thales. P7 of the race. And well, Stanley's also getting involved in that. We are on board with Secret Dundee now, trying to overtake Yanes. Had his first DRS. Now gonna have DRS once again. It's been a good start of the championship for these two drivers. P4 and P5, not a bad result at all. Now Danger Time is also gonna get involved in the fight. And well, there Thales and Bialo fighting for P7. Very hard racing there. Bialo gets the overtake done once again. Thales had to get the overtake, and well, Stanley also struggling to get through. The two of them on those medium tires that should be faster. "16 more laps to go." Cockenberg leads, but still has to make his stop. Lesat keeps shortening that gap. It's already a 10.8 gap. Cockenberg is gonna be around of 10 seconds behind when he pits. And well, Secret Dundee is not trying to go for the overtake yet. Now he will, no, he will not go. He's trying now, just a bit. Not gonna be enough anyway. Didn't try to go seriously for the move there. Well, in normal conditions we already have our podium decided, because Jane is 11 seconds behind Virtuoso. So yeah, in normal conditions that's not gonna be changing. The only thing that could change, actually in normal conditions, could be the lead between Slippery Cockenberg and Lesat. Now Cockenberg pits. Cockenberg pits, gonna go for the soft tires to the end of the race. Gonna be overtaken by the two of them, by both Lesat and Virtuoso. If Cockenberg wins today's race, he might have won it in that very aggressive overtake he did. Took a very big risk, and well, he got away with it. It was a great maneuver by him to get past two cars at the same time, and well, that could be the reason why he could win the race today. Oh, bit of contact between Jane and Secret Dundee there. Judak almost left the session, not really sure what happened. I'm gonna send him an invite just in case. He was last anyway, but okay, we'll go back at the race. Lesat leads now by 5 seconds in front of Virtuoso, and Slippery Cockenberg is getting close to Virtuoso. It's gonna be a very nice end of this race. Slippery Cucumber shouldn't have trouble getting past Virtuoso on those softer tires. But well, we don't know how powerful really DRS is of Brazil. We've saw many people struggling to get the overtakes. Secret Dundee hasn't been able to overtake Yanne yet. Now on board with Slippery Cucumber using all his ERS to get the move done on Virtuoso. On this lift trim, shouldn't be a difficult move. Virtuoso's gonna go by the outside, not even trying to defend this one. Was really impossible. Slippery Cucumber takes the second place of the race. Great move there by the champion. But Virtuoso's trying to attack. No, he's not. He's just trying to stick into his DRS there. Let's see if he's able to do it. But well, it's been a great job by the champion there, getting from last place into second place already, and could still win this race because he's on way faster tires than the leader Lessat. Already pulled away 1 second in front of Virtuoso. Virtuoso is not going to be able to catch into his DRS again. Probably it's going to be a battle for the win between Lessat and Slippery Cucumber. 4.3 seconds the gap between these two drivers. Gonna be very difficult for Lessat to keep this win. And well, we can see that Jan has already lost the place to Secret Dundee, and well, Danger Times now also gets the move done on Dundee. Danger Times takes P4 of the race. Definitely could have been a better race for him if he didn't have that accident of the start. I'm really not sure what caused the accident. We have a commentary in our commentary box. No, we don't. I made a mistake. Looking back into the race, it's the gap 3.2 seconds between Slippery Cucumber and Lessat. Looks it's going to be another win for our champion, Slippery Cucumber, or could be, because the gap is dropping very quickly. We have still 10 more laps to go, and it's all going to depend in Lessat's ability to defend. Because in terms of pace, Cucumber is flying on track right now. Janne pits, he definitely was going to go for another pit stop. Soft to the end for this final laps of the race. Should be able to recover some places at least. Definitely, I think the correct strategy was one stop, soft to medium, but well, Janne decided to do a two-stop strategy. He's now 9.6 seconds behind Stanley. Carlos decides to pit now. For some reason, he decides to go for one more stop. Don't really see that why, because he has to serve a 5-second penalty, and well, Hearts were going to make it to the end of the race. He's definitely going to come out behind Janne, his old teammate from last season. I think he could have stayed out on those hards and try to go to the end. Yeah, I really don't see a reason why he pitted. Well, let's see what time says. And well, keep looking into the lead of the race. 1.5 the gap now. But Cucumber doesn't have enough ERS. Well, any of them have really ERS. Both have used it all. So it's gonna be interesting when Cucumber gets into the DRS range. Normal conditions, the battle for the lead between one of these two, Lesat and Slippery Cucumber. 8 more laps remaining. Thales gets a 3-second time penalty there. Well, in this one classic of IOR, Bialo and Stanley fighting for position. We've seen these two guys meet on track, man, one and another time through all these last seasons. Throughout this last season, I'm sorry, season 2, they encounter a lot on track, many times. And well, first race of new season, and once again it's happening, battle between these two. And well, here we go, Slippery Cucumber already at the DRS of Lesat. Lesat, who has led, I think, most laps in this race. But in the end, it only matters who crosses the finish line. In first place at the final lap, you can lead 35 laps of the race, but if you are not the one leading on the final lap, not gonna count. And Slippery Cucumber, they're already getting very close. It's gonna be very difficult for Lesa to defend from this one. Fresher tires, faster compound of tires. DRS, ERS enabled for Slippery Cucumber. ERS gonna be enabled at any moment. And it's our champion, Slippery Cucumber, who's taking the lead now at the first round of IOR Season 3. Slippery Cucumber, having started last, takes the lead at the Brazilian Grand Prix on lap 30 of the race. Great job, great fight back from last to first for Slippery Cucumber. It's been a great driving as always from our champion. Takes the lead of the race with only 7 more laps remaining. Lesat, well, trying to stick into his DRS. Maybe it's not over yet, but it's gonna be very difficult for him to get that overtake once again. 6 tenths the gap. Now Cucumber is trying to extend that into 1 second. But yeah, it's definitely gonna be difficult. But well, why not? If he can hold into that DRS, why not we could have a complete plot twist in what we are missing in the 6th lap we are missing of the race? Yes, and it could be Lesat is trying to attack back. It hasn't been a pull away from Slippery Cucumber. Lesat trying to fight back this one. So well, nothing is decided yet. I maybe speak too early, and we have a yellow flag on sector 1. It's Joseph Bessley who run off the track, fighting for points currently as well. P11. Virtuoso now having to say he's 15 seconds, almost 16 seconds in front of Danger Times, so he could maybe even think about pitting and trying to go for fastest lap of the race. But that would mean that he's gonna have to fight Danger Times and Secret Dandy, because I don't think he's pitting and coming out in front of them. So not sure if he's gonna try to take that risk. Who has the fastest lap of the race now? Probably it's Cucumber. Yeah, Cucumber has the fastest lap of the race currently. And Secret Dandy gets a penalty. That's definitely not good in his battle for P4 against Danger Times. Well, unless it hasn't lost the DRS with Slippery Cucumber, so he's doing a very good job there, holding into his rival for the lead today, for the race win. So well, still too early I speak. Anything can change. It's not 100% sure that Cucumber is gonna win this race. Going back into checking Jane's race. Well, we still have this battle between Bialo and Stanley for P. They touch. Oh, and Stanley loses a bit the car there, but well, nothing changed really. Stanley gonna have DRS again, and well, Jane is getting close into that battle too. He definitely can recover some places there. Very close to contacts. Well, Les has done a very good job to stick into Cucumber's DRS, but hasn't been able to overtake him again, or even give that chance of an overtake against Slippery Cucumber. Very difficult to overtake with this DRS train. Jane demonstrated it now. Oh, contact between Stanley and Bialo. Oh, contact between Stanley and Bialo. Definitely not looking good, but well, yeah, Stanley back into the track. Lost 5 seconds against his rival. This is going to allow Jane to... Bialo's left the lobby for some reason. I'm going to invite him back. Not really sure what happened there, but he lost connection. Well, something's happened there between Dundee and Danger Time, because for some reason Danger Time is 2.2 seconds behind. But well, Virtuoso now decides to pit. Well, definitely going for fastest lap of the race. As I was saying, we have a yellow flag on sector 1, and it's... Oh, it's Lesad. Lesad spun. What happened there with Lesad? Lesad is spun round. And well, Virtuoso's coming out of the pit lane. Is this gonna allow him? It's lost 11 seconds to Slippery Cucumber. Now Virtuoso, how much time is he behind Lesad? And does Lesad have any damage? Well, Virtuoso definitely couldn't predict that was going to happen, but... The interesting thing, well, it's similar to what happened with, maybe, with Red Bull in Silverstone 2020, where they decided to pit Verstappen on lap before the final lap of the race. Then Hamilton had that puncture and they lost that win because of that. Could be a similar situation of just pitting for the fastest lap of the race, then losing a chance of getting a place because of that. Not really sure if it's was going to be enough though to get the move on Lesad. But well, it's 16 seconds the gap. At least Virtuoso is going to be able to take that fastest lap of the race for sure. Where final lap of the race, Cucumber is gonna be the winner on this Brazilian Grand Prix first round of IOR Season 3. It's been a great drive by Slippery Cucumber. Well, and Thales has been able to reach Stanley for P7 of the race, so it's been a very good fight back there by Thales. Right choice to pit then, or at least could recover very good amount of places. And Slippery Cucumber has won an IOR Season 3 race opener. Now Lesad's going to complete the podium, gonna take P2 of the race. And now Virtuoso probably gonna take the fastest lap also on this final lap of the race, completing the podium on the first round of IOR. And yes, he does. It's fastest lap for Virtuoso. So podium, Slippery Cucumber, Lesad, Virtuoso, Secret Dundee takes P4, Danger Times P5, Jane is going to take P6 of the race. Probably should have gone for a one-stop strategy. Thales gonna finish on P7 probably, if I think he doesn't have more penalties. P7 for Thales, Stanley on P8. And well, definitely Cucumber has to be the driver of the day today. Because he started last, has won the race, he is demonstrated to be the faster driver in all this last season, but well, still last to first, a great job by him there. We're going to go, as always, with the national anthem of Canada for our race winner. national anthem for a race winner from Canada, and then the national anthem for Team Williams of British national anthem. So well, we are now going to finish this stream. I'm going to open a new one for the interviews.